Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, back doing a best of one Lost Caverns of Ixalan draft. Alright, we've got the belligerent 4 mana 5/5 vehicle. When it attacks, create a treasure token. Until end turn, you may look at the top card of your library anytime, and you may play lands and cast spells from the top of your library. That's cool. That's a cool card, actually. It does have to crew for 3, but it lets you, yeah, get lands and cast spells off the top of your library. That is good. Let's look at the uncommons. 3 mana, look at top 4, put 1 in your hand, rest in your graveyard, or counter a spell. That's pretty good value too. Curator of Sun's Creation, 4 mana, 3/3. When you discover again for the same value. So that's cool. You get double discover, and the Glow Cap Lantern. You may look at the top card of your library anytime, and whenever this creature attacks, it explores. That's cool. For now, I'm okay taking it. If we don't end up in those colors, it's all right. It does crew for quite a bit, but that is good value. It both ramps it, so it feeds its own ability too. It's really good, I think. Yeah, it's a 5/5 beater. Not that bad. All right. Otherwise, we have if you descended, you make fungus, and it's a 4/3. All right. Well, let's look at our rare here. Souls of the Lost, 2 mana, star +1 is additional cost to cast a spell, discard a card, or sack a permanent. Souls of the Lost power is equal to the number of permanent cards in your graveyard, and its toughness equal to that number +1. That's kind of cool. Definitely good with self-mill or just late game. But you do, I mean, you have to sack stuff too. It can be tough. This is a cool build around with enough caves. This is good value. Yeah, and it grows stuff. Let's see, Uchenbach, the Great Mistake. 5 mana, 6/4 Vigilance Menace, Descendate. Return it from your graveyard to the battlefield with finality counter on it. Activate only if there are 8 or more permanent cards in your graveyard and only as a sorcery. That's cool. I mean, 5 mana, 6/4 Vigilance Menace is pretty nasty. You can see taking Uchenbach here. That's a pretty, I mean, it's multicolored too, but that's pretty efficient for what you get. And the fact that it comes back is kind of a big deal. Blocks well too. That's cool. Take it. All right, Visage of Dread, 2 mana. When it enters, target opponent reveals their hand, choose an artifact or creature card from it they discard, and then you can craft, and then it turns into a 5/4 menace that lets you mill 2 cards. So that's pretty cool. Feeds the Uchenbach as well. So I'm okay taking in that. I mean, a peak plus possible discard is good value. What does this do? Each creature, each planeswalker, number of caves you control plus the number of cave cards in your graveyard. It's cool. We could look at the blue and red and black to kind of focus on the colors we already have. Island cycling is good. I like these cards that are both finishers and find land cards. Waterwind Scout makes a map token. It's a flyer, certainly good. Once again, same as the Marauding Brinefang. Good value. Skullcap Snail, 2 mana, 1/1. Enters and they have to exile a card from their hand, and that's good. And then we've got a Primordial Gnawer. Good value too. Discover is very, very strong. All right, Enigma Jewel, a mythic. Enters tapped. Add 2. Spend only to activate abilities, and you can craft it into. Has each activated ability of the exiled cards used to craft it. You may activate each of those abilities only once each turn. Whenever you activate an ability that isn't a mana ability, copy it. Well, kind of an interesting card, but only to activate abilities. So it works for craft, and it works for descend. Potentially okay. This has flying, and it replaces itself. I mean, flying with descend. This is like a little combat trick. I like that. What does this dude do? It's got descend and gets really big, right? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Spelunking, possible some life gain, shenanigans. I could take the Enigma Jewel. It's a mythic. I feel like I'm not giving up anything too crazy for it in colors. I mean, the Echo card is kind of cool, but this is a fun conceptual card. I'm trying to think, has each act, so if you, I mean, it depends on what kind of abilities you get to activate it, I would think. So now it's like Snail versus Didact Echo. Let me see what this turns into. Yeah, a ramper, flyer, vigilance dude. This is an interesting card. I don't know how I feel about it, but interesting nonetheless. You know, it's tough to get enough early game cards. I think I'll take the Snail. The value on it is it's at least decent sack fodder. I don't know if that's exactly what this deck needs, but It helps craft when it dies, and it comes down. It can help with card advantage. I mean, it's probably better with discard value effects, but I'll take it because it's cheap. Hurl into history. 5 mana, counter target artifact or creature spell, discover X, or X is that. So this is kind of expensive, but decent value. Shipwreck Sentry, 2 mana, 3/3 defender. As long as an artifact enters the battlefield under your control this turn, can attack as though it didn't have defender. Okay. Could take the Spike Tail. This is an uncommon, but it is kind of expensive, and it only counters artifacts or creatures. It does let you discover, which is cool, because discover's strong. I feel like the effect is pretty good, but like I said, it's hard to ever go wrong with these cards because they're both finishers and help you find land. Both of those abilities are quite good, so I'm gonna take it. I feel like you can play a ton of these too because you can actually play less lands at a certain point. I don't know. I'll have to figure out the math on that. But when it enters the battlefield or is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, draw a card and lose 1 life. Replace itself, not bad. It's cheap. Sack a creature or an artifact. Each opponent loses 1 life. This is more for life gain value builds. Another chance to get the Echo with Descend, possible flying, unlucky drop. They choose though. Maybe we take the, is it draft or, I think it's draft actually, even though it says drought. I think it's pronounced draft. I should know that. We'll take it though. I think it's okay. I mean, especially if you can sack it, you're looking pretty good. Relics Roar. So, yeah, turn a dude into a 4/3. Good for surprise blocks. I'll probably take another snail here. Do I have any sack fodder stuff yet? I don't think that I do. But exile the 2 from... Well, you can exile creatures you control for craft. I forgot that. It's not just in your graveyard. So that is cool. And is it artifacts too? I forgot. I feel like I should know this. No, well, it depends on what the craft cost is. That's right. And that only gets from in the graveyard, the draft. So that you have to keep that in mind too. So we do have Descend, so we can end up with some fungus. This lets us sack the draft. That's actually pretty sweet. It's a lot of card draw and a map token. That's good value. And this gets bigger. These are both commons. How many creatures do I have currently? 4. Might just go for the offering because I already have pretty good value with it. I actually like this Tithing Blade. I think this is a good card. It's not good if you end up with enchantment-based removal, but... So this, I mean, we do have Descend. We don't have a ton of Descend, but we have a Descend, I should say. Because Descend is just... Oh, it's interesting that it doesn't even read off the Descent on there. I'm going to take the Tithing Blade. I've had good experiences with it. The Consuming Sepulcher can win games. So another Snail, a Gnawer for some Discover value, or another Spike Tail. All pretty reasonable. How do I feel about the Snail overall? I think it's hard to go wrong with early plays. And actually, Bunk of Fortitude is pretty sweet with the Snail. Block your X3. Yeah, and then it comes back. I like that. That's actually good synergy. That should be interesting. Contest the Game Ball. I mean, we're likely not in green. We don't have any green cards, but we still could be in green. Combat Trick versus Over the Edge. Well, Over the Edge is more of a sideboard card. Whoops. Blade Master. We could potentially still be in red and splash Belligerent. Oh, ramp. Well, that's cool. Alright. Abuelo's Reckoning. So you get stuff back and then it's bigger. And you get a spirit. Oh, it turns into a spirit. Well, I like this Cave Crawler a lot. It's got Death Touch. And it potentially draws you cards. Really good value there. The Freebooter, good sack value. Screaming Phantom, decent for Descend. Another Snail in here, although they were wheeling like crazy. So I feel good about the Cave Crawler. I mean, we're certainly black, so we got to figure out what else we're doing, because I don't know yet. While I have time, I can just read other stuff. I like these. These craft cards are kind of fun. So it interscribes 2, and then it turns into a 1/4 flying, and it gives other stuff flying. That's pretty good. The Plane Cycler, this also has flying, gains life. Like I said, the Freebooter is actually a cool card. I like it, but and then what is this? Shuffles in their library, then they discover. Huh. Interesting. Okay. So this prevents you from milling out, but it is kind of clunky. Could take another Fungal Fortitude. Got 3 snails. I still think that's good. I've got the Island Cycler. Could take the Oaken Siren. Probably higher chance we wheel the Fortitude. We got it almost like borderline second to last pick before. Activate an ability of an artifact source. It's also got Flying and Vigilance, which is not bad. Probably really good with equipment. We don't have that. How many artifacts do we have? Oh, we have 5 artifacts? Wow. It's way more than I thought. Yeah, could actually take Oaken Siren. Flying, Vigilance, so it beats down. It can help you do craft abilities or cast. Yeah, maybe I'll give it a try. Compass Gnome lets you find lands. That's not bad either. It's never really wrong to take the cyclers, but I kind of like this Siren. This seems like a good card to me. Maybe I'm wrong. Eaten by Piranhas. Lose abilities. So this one is like something that we shouldn't play if we're going to do the Tithing Blade. I don't like the non-bow of that. I played against this. It's not bad. We could take a Cave now. This is a free card for the deck, so kind of feel okay with that. More sack fodder with this. This is actually okay for the deck because we have a lot of sack fodder, I feel like. But I'm going to take the Promising Vein. Get a Cave. It's really not a bad Cave. It fixes your mana. Lets us potentially splash the Belligerent if we want to. Out of Air. So counter anything but cheaper if it's a creature. Not bad. I think we'll take another draft. Do we have other... Probably just keep an eye out for more sack fodder as well. We already have the Fanatical Offering, but Fanatical Offering definitely goes up in value. Now that we have 2 of those drafts, what's this Leech do? Each cave you control and each cave in your graveyard, and it's got lifelink. That's not bad. Take the other Fungal Fortitude. Now a chance to get the Acolyte or the Hidden Necropolis. A cave. Free card for the deck. Both of these are now very good. The Acolyte with the draft and the snail is very good. Could just take another Fungal Fortitude, but the Fortitude has just better value with the snail. This is more for the white-black deck, but we still potentially could be white-black too. It's never really wrong to take a cave, especially an on-color one. But what does this one do? Oh, that's cool. Like a little loot thing. I'll just take this now just to get one. Like I said, this isn't really the right deck for it, but it's not a bad card. Could take the Spike Tail. Draw 3, discard. Also not bad. Freebooter. Good sack value. Works with the Offering, works with the Acolyte. Could take another Spike Tail. Spike Tail is exciting me a little bit more than a Freebooter. I want some finishers here, and the fact that it can Swamp Cycle is nice too. Could take just a cave for the sake of taking a cave. I don't love that. Some removal here with the unlucky drop. We are very removal light currently. Very removal light. So Deathcap Marionette. It's got Death Touch. It can mill. The Gnar discovers. But we probably want this Ray of Ruin to get some removal. It is pretty clunky, but non-basic land, scry 1. Well, that's interesting. I mean, Exile is nice too. We've got a good amount of cheap stuff. I feel okay with taking the Ray of Ruin, I guess. I mean, feeding the Descend is not bad either, but I don't really have any removal right now, so I feel like I should get some. Another Spike Tail, Self-Reflection. This is cool. It's very expensive though, but it does have Flashback, which is kind of cool too. Do we have anything insane that I want to copy? Not especially. I guess a Spike Tail. You copy Spike Tail, you get to attack with the first one being a 7/6 indestructible. It's not bad. This is a legend, so you can't really copy that. I'll take it just because it's interesting. I probably don't need a third Spike Tail. If I get some insane creatures, maybe I'll want it. So another chance to get the Echo, another chance to get Freebooter. We've got a decent amount of finishers now, so I feel like I could take Freebooter. I mean, I could take Phantom too and get some evasion. You know, taking evasion typically is not wrong. But I kind of agree with just getting more value and really hunting down stuff like Fortitude. Again, really good with this. I mean, it's not like busted. It's just, it's good synergy. So I'll take it. So you sack this, look at the top two, put one in your hand, other in your graveyard. It's just an artifact. I don't love it, but I guess I'll take it. Don't really need a Wonder Glyph. Torch is actually kind of a decent card, and we still possibly splash. Because we have little dudes now to do it with, too. Boulder is some removal that cycles. Do I want all these Fungal Fortitudes? Maybe I'll just try a bunch of Fortitudes. Just try the synergy. The Boulder is decent because it cycles, but it is kind of expensive. I guess, I'm looking at Fungal Fortitude like it's a decent combat trick, which I wanted to take the blue card there. Whoopsie. What is this? Well, Kellan, Daring Traveler. Well, we're probably not in white or green. Well, you can get pretty decent value out of that. Let's see what this does. Enters, tap up to one target artifact or creature and put 2 stun counters on it. And then this can help you explore. I mean, that's kind of cool. This is probably too good to not take. Yeah, kills things. Admittedly, we don't have much self-mill, but I guess I could take some. I mean, we have sack fodder, so I assume we're going to get enough things in our graveyard to make this worth our time. But at this point, I don't quite know if we're splashing. We probably have enough to just be blue-black. At least that's double duty of removal. Ooh, what's this dude do? 2 mana, 2/1 flash flyer. Deals combat damage to a player, put a chorus counter on it, draw a card, then discard a card. If there are 4 more chorus counters on it, and cast a discarded card without. Oh, it's a sweet card. It's a great card. Evasive flash. It's got loot capabilities. Maybe get the Hidden Necropolis back. Cave Worm's not bad. It's got a big butt, so not really enough caves to make the leech good enough in here, but could take the Brine Fang. Another, I mean, the island the cycling cycle here is just actually very good for getting permanents in your graveyard too. Something to think about. Don't really have enough Descend to take advantage of that. I think it's an easy Brine Fang here, unless I'm missing something. Only has Death Touch as long as it's your turn. If it was Death Touch anytime, it'd be really good with our little dudes, but as it is, it's kind of cool. Look at your opponent's hand, but I mean, and it's got the Pithing Needle effect on top of it. So, gets more finishers. Ooh, another Chupacabra Echo. Rather, I'm going to take it over Deadweight. They're both removal, but this also gives you a body. And I assume we're hopefully going to be able to get some bodies in our graveyard. We'll find out. Here's a cave here. I actually like this card, but I'm going to take the Echo. Eaten by Piranhas. We already said why we can't take that. Now I'll take Deadweight. Deadweight, I guess technically less good with Tithing Blade, but I typically, not always, but you typically play Deadweight to kill something, so it's probably fine to pick it up here. And it's a permanent that goes to your graveyard. It's actually very nice. Synergizes with the deck. Defossilize. Return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. That creature explores and explores again. This is actually very good with our cycling stuff too. You cycle, you get the land, you draw, or you get the land, and then later you can turn it into a double exploring body. That's actually pretty sweet. And it's good with like Echo late game randomly too. That's good synergy here. I'm going to take it over the 3rd draft. Queensbay Paladin, 5 mana, 5/4. When it enters battlefield or attacks, return up to 1 target vampire card from your graveyard to the battlefield with finality counter on it. Do we have vampires? We have 1. Well, we could return 1. Another chance is actually very good. This is also a 5 mana 5/4 with, I mean, it's got an upside to it. You do lose life equal to its mana value. Maybe it's less good. Or 6 mana 4/4 flyer enters. Yeah, Yeah, maybe it was better to take something else. We just don't have a lot of Descend. I'd probably just take another Promising Vein. Still potentially could splash to Belligerent. I might be okay with that. So a 4th Snail, or we can get the Evasive Dude that mills. Mills kind of makes sense now, I guess, with what we've got going on. Maybe over a 4th Snail, that makes sense. It's a Leech. We just have 2 Caves. Could take the Cave. This card's not that incredible, but I mean, if you're paying 4 mana for a 4/5, it's not bad. But the Leech is so expensive, but taking a, what is it, a 4th 42 does seem kind of excessive. Not really enough Descend value to take advantage of that. Don't really need it, but I'll take it. I guess it's, second Acolyte, potentially good enough. I just think we need that. This is a great last card to get. It's definitely making the deck. Surprising last card to get. Well, I don't think Enigma Jewel is making the deck, but I'll take a look at how many actual abilities I have to activate. There's 1. Not that many. There's 2, 3. Four. I don't think, well, Self-Reflection could make the deck. I just don't think it does. So we only have like 4. Probably not enough to justify the Enigma Jewel. And you craft using any 4, I mean, and it's 9 mana. You know what? It's cute, but we just don't need it. I doubt we need this puzzle door. We've got 20 creatures. Removal-wise, we basically have a Ray of Ruin, a couple Chupacabras, a Tithing Blade. It's actually not that bad. And then hopefully this Fungal Fortitude does all sorts of work for us, I guess. I don't think we need this puzzle door, but it does put a permanent in your graveyard. That's actually not bad. Considering we don't have much self-mill, I could see that being good enough. Is the Belligerent worth splashing? Well, we have 2 Promising Veins and a Mountain. It's probably good enough. So Queensbay Paladin. I probably should have taken the flyer 6-drop over it, but admittedly we have a lot of 6-drops in here. Do I need Self-Reflection? Probably not. Like, it's cool, it copies some things, but we've got so much expensive stuff going on. I don't think we need the Leech either. We're just, it's too expensive to make it worth our time. Like, these are always going to be good with the cycling ability. We definitely want the Defossilize. Just these 2 alone, or these 3 alone, that's good value. I like that. I don't think we need the Skull Taker. I mean, we have some Descend. It's just probably not good enough. Just because we don't have that much. And Fathomless Descent is not the same as Descend, so that's kind of... This is Descend too, but let's be honest, I don't think the Cave Worm makes the deck either. Let's ditch the Skull Taker. It's cool, it's just I don't think we want it. I guess the question is, do we have enough finishers? And that's a reasonable question, because I'm not 100% sure we have enough evasion and finishers here. We have some evasion, couple flyers, but it may not be enough for what we need to do with this deck, unfortunately. So artifact-wise, yeah, how many artifacts do we have? 7. It's not bad. I'm not going to cut this just because it's got Flying and Vigilance and helps activate abilities sometimes. Definitely not cutting another chance. This deck seems like possibly risk milling ourselves out, but... So this can get back the Acolytes. I guess that's actually not bad. Because it can sack itself, right? Not just another. Well, you can always jump and get it back and pay 3 life, I guess. Whatever. I'll keep it. It does something in here. So we have to make 8 more cuts. We have 3 cyclers. There's potentially an argument that you could cut a land, but Do we even want to splash the belligerent? You know, honestly, it's probably not worth it. It does give you some card advantage, which is kind of cool. I'm not 100% convinced it's worth our time splashing for it. It's probably too greedy to do that. I mean, we have the means to do it. It's just, it's at the end of the day, it just feels not worth it. So it makes our mana base way better. And it makes me feel more comfortable with these three to possibly go down to 16 lands. Because remember, you can set these in the 2-drop slot, and then our deck suddenly looks a whole lot cheaper. And then we still have to make 6 cuts. Creature-wise, we can at least cut a couple. I guess I want to keep the Acolytes around, though I don't love it. They're decent blockers on the ground to buy time, I guess. Definitely want to keep the Cave Crawler around. Guess we can cut the Puzzle Door. It's cool, we just don't need it. I'm doing all these Snails and Fortitudes. I guess so. Could cut the Freebooter. Makes sense with the Aclazotz, but you know, I think the Snail's probably better. I think I'd rather make them exile multiple times with Fortitude than get a Scry and a Treasure. There is stuff we want to ramp into, but we don't need the Treasure. We don't need a Scry attached to a 1/1, especially in this deck where, you know, it just feels like the weakest creature, the weakest link here. I also want to keep Oaken Siren because we just don't have much evasion. So we need a actual way to beat our opponent down, although 20 turn clock, not the quickest. We didn't get any equipment either. But this is also a finisher too, so maybe we can beat him down with fatties on the ground. It's not super promising, but it's all we got, so. Geez. What's the weakest creature now? It's a reasonable question. Could be a Snail. Could go to 2 Snails and cut a Fortitude too. I go this, and then I still need to make 2 cuts. And this is with 16 lands too, huh? I mean, I could... Yeah, it's tough. We really top out at 5, technically. I mean, we've got the 6 and the 7 drop, but I'm not worried about whether we're able to play them or not. Another chance is kind of cool too in here. So I do need to make 2 cuts. And I'll be honest, I'm not 100% sure what they are. Well, I guess I could cut another Snail and a Fortitude. They just seem like the weakest cards in the deck. And we still end up with a pretty good creature count. I guess technically it's like 14, but it's not even a big deal. Alright, I guess. A little bit strange, but I'm just having a hard time seeing what else to cut here. So, alright, blue-black. We'll try it. Nothing too bomby, but an interesting deck nonetheless. So, alright, we'll give it a try. We'll run it like this, and we'll see you round 1. Alright, game 1. Yeah, we can keep this. We got the combo. Brine Fang, and then we can defossilize it at some point. Actually need a second black to play the Paladin rather, but whatever. Alright, so we'll cycle this bad boy. The next turn we can do the Crawler. Got a couple double black, huh? And what does this turn into? It turns into a X4 number of cards exiled to use to craft it. Alright. So we'll go ahead and play the land they know about. Play a crawler. Yeah, defossilizing the... Ooh, what does this do? Ramp, exile a card from a graveyard. Uh-oh. Dang. You may cast dinosaur creature spells from among cards you own, exiled with... Dang. Well, that's gonna be good against us, I suppose. Play the Siren, and then I guess we'll flash in Malcolm. Hopefully they tap out and not use Paleontologist on our Brine Fang. Oh, good. Other dinosaur creatures you control have haste, enters, create 2, 0/1 green dinosaur at the beginning of combat. If you control one or more eggs, sack an egg. Alright, yeah, that's what it makes sense to do. Okay. Doesn't have reach or anything, right? Ooh, it's got haste too, I forgot. Malcolm. Ooh, that was a much needed land there. So now we can defossilize the Brine Fang and explore twice. This doesn't have reach or anything, right? Okay, well that's good. So now we can leave the cave crawler back. So we can smash with these two and then explore twice. Okay, and I guess we can loot too. Dead weight. I can kill the Paleontologist with that, so it's not bad. But do I really want to ditch Chupacabra or Paladin? Not especially. Both of these are good finishers. They're just good values here. So I think I'll actually ditch the dead weight, believe it or not. It also puts permanent in our graveyard, not bad. And then we'll defossilize the Brine Fang. Explore twice. And do I want to keep Fungal Fortitude? I feel like it's actually pretty good with what we've already got with like the Echo and the... Yeah, I think I actually keep it. Although, yeah, I guess Fortitude doesn't really work with like the Paleontologist so much, but... Alright, well, we'll see. At least Brine Fang's like kind of difficult to deal with. It's got the Ward 3 too. I mean, that's a lot of mana investment on their part to deal with Brine Fang. How many permanents do I currently have? Just one. What does this do? Oh, reach and trample. All right. What does this do? 2+1, whenever creature you control +1/+1 counter on it dies, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Move +1/+1 counters around. Alright. That's cool. And it enters with +1/+1 counters. You can only activate it as a sorcery, so it's good to know. They're tapped out again too, which is nice. Probably a good choice. So we do have the Fungal Fortitude. We'll play the land that they already know about. I only have one permanent in the graveyard. So I can only make this 5. Like if I wanted to attack with the Scoundrel, I could do Fortitude plus Chupacabra. It's 2 cards to deal with it, which I don't love. And they know about the Fortitude, so that doesn't help either. And I currently can't really... You know, it may just be worth it to... It has to deal... Yeah, so... Oh, no, it's got... So even with... I see. Because it's got the 6 toughness, I'm not going to be able to do it. Well, I guess now I can. Because it's going to die. Comes back. Tapped. 4, and then I'll have 2 permanents in my graveyard. So, it's probably worth it, honestly. I'll just do this. Save the reach. Alright, so now we do Fortitude on this. Dies, re-enters, and then I do this and finish off the Velociraptor. And then they don't have any reach left, and I've got some fatties. Got the Echo, so not bad. Close to Descend. The Crawler is just one more permanent away from descending here, so that's good too. And they do have 1 dinosaur. This Paleontologist is a great card. I mean, it is a rare, but that's a sweet card. I mean, you just get to replay your dinosaurs. And how much does this cost? It's only 4 too, so they can even like recast it. It's pretty strong. Can they do it anytime? Huh. Well, that's a little bit unexpected. So I can do the Paladin. They don't have any reach. So I think that will just do these dudes for now. See what happens. See what they got. All right, well, I guess they don't mind losing, so we'll see for the next one. All right, well, it's a keep. So, probably have to use the Promising Vein, I suppose. It's a little bit behind on Malcolm, but no big deal. Ah, what does this do? Beginning of your instant, if you descended, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control, and you can sack it and make a 4/3 white and black vampire demon creature token flying. It's pretty good. Let's do the Bane and get our blue mana going. Alright, so we'll just ditch a land here. Get our blue mana. So best use of mana is the Acolytes, but I kind of want to get a Looter because I don't even really need 2 Acolytes. Although, you know, I'm actually gonna play Acolyte because then I can play Malcolm if they have removal. I can. That's way better. Yeah, this was the right choice. We're a little bit behind now on Malcolm, but ultimately I think this is just fine. So now I'll ditch the other Acolyte because I only need 1. I want to keep the land, obviously. So now we'll play Malcolm. Oh, pass. This costs 7. Okay, to sack it. Got it. So if they have removal, like I said, no big deal. We'll just offering it. Guess we'll just sack the, yeah, I'll sack it. Interesting. All right. Okay. So we can, I guess, echo that if I really want. Kind of not opposed to that. Let's get in with Malcolm first, though, and get our loot on. So Phantom is another good option here. This is actually a tough choice though, because I kind of want all of these cards. Another chance is card advantage. Let's see. Because I can get Echo back with another chance. So I'm kind of okay with ditching the Echo and playing the Phantom. Getting the flyer and keeping up offering. I guess that makes sense. Kind of weird, but. So if they do the thing, I'll just offering in response. Yeah, so I'm gonna offering. Get my map token. Do another chance to get our dudes back, so that's okay too. Alright, ooh, can actually play that one. So this is a good turn to just play the big boy, I think. See if we got through their removal here. Because we can also another chance it back too, which I think is good. Oh. Oh wait, that gets back, so we'll just do this one. Right. Get rid of the Promising Vein, that's a biggie. Thankfully we have the Promising Vein. Alright, so probably Paladin here since we already have something we can get back. That's nice. And it's when it enters the battlefield. That's really nice. So we'll get in for 5. They don't have any cards left either, which is a big deal. They're close to getting canonized in blood, but that's not a big deal either, actually. So they'll take that. We'll play the Paladin. We'll pay the 3 life and get the Acolyte back here. I think I want to explore too, so I'll explore. And the reason I want to explore is because I kind of want to get a land in my hand, which is really good. Now I don't want to play the land, so I can block the snail and still just get rid of the land and be none the worse. All right, pretty reasonable. We have Chupacabra though, so we'll get it back. We can actually block. Wait, this is. I see. So this will get. How many permanents do I have in my graveyard? I guess is the real question. 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4. This will get bigger. This will turn into a 6/6. They'll get their snail back, but they'll still be at descend on both those fronts. Makes it a little bit tougher. I can't really afford to take 4, but I can get this back too. So it's probably fine to block here. I can't just continuously take 4. Although, I guess I could take 4 this turn. Like I said, the problem is I need to kill that canonized in blood. It's a little tricky. Alright, so we'll do another chance here. And I suppose we'll mill. Okay. So I get the Chupacabra and the Spike Tail back. We don't need the Queensbay Duder anymore, although he is cheaper. Could take Malcolm for the loot. Malcolm's not a bad call either, actually, because they don't have any reach. So we got 5. So, yeah. Akawali is still a little bit of a problem here, isn't it? And I need to figure out how to deal with that cave crawler too. Well, I think we'll kill the... I think we actually have to kill the cave crawler. That's the real issue is going to be that canonized in blood. Kind of surprised they used that, to be honest. Oh, that's nice. I see. They want to make Akawali bigger. Well, I do have some removal for that somewhere, but I'm gonna have to find it. Oof. Xaxi 6 too? Ouch. Oh, it's got trample too. Jeez. All right, let's see for the next one. Let's see. Yeah, this is good. A little bit slow again, but it'll do. We got the draft. Well, I suppose it makes more sense. Siren down now, especially since Siren can... Yeah, that's kind of cool, actually. I can play the draft off of that. That's a good draw, too. So, we got the black mana, but we can't play this because this enters tapped. I see. I see. Alright. Well, we'll get in for 1. Play a land. guess we'll pass. Black mana. Snail. Snail's certainly better later. Missing a land drop here, so really no reason to not do the old Brine Fang. Another land. And we play land and get in for one. And we'll play the draft. Draw. So then we can even play Uchbenbach next turn, which is nice. Oh, well, yeah, guess they're gonna get Uchbenbach here. We can descend it back at some point, late game, hopefully. Be interesting if they choose a Paladin. Kind of tells me they maybe have removal for Uchbenbach. Yeah, I guess they do. Tithing Blade, not looking so sexy right now, but that's alright. So, again for one. Drop this. Get the old 6/4. Guess we already have 3 permanents in the graveyard. It's not too bad. Well, easy choice here. What does this do? Cast artifacts or activate abilities of artifacts. Exile one or more other artifacts you control. Total mana value X. Return artifact card with mana value X from your graveyard to the battlefield. Huh. Well, they don't have any in their graveyard currently, but whatever. So they have 4 cards left. If I do the snail, I can't do the offering unless I draw a black mana. That's kind of relevant here. Can't play that. I think I'm actually going to offering the... We want to hit a land here. Definitely want to hit a black land, but... We get to draw 3 cards too. That doesn't hurt. Ooh, double Chupacabra that we can't cast. Well, let's see if we get our land here. Alright. Well, I guess we'll sack the map token, see if we get a land here. If we don't get a land, we can bottom. Alright, got the land, so that's good. Play it. And best use of mana here is Acolyte, I suppose. So we'll just get in for 6 and then... just drop a Acolyte. So we have some potential sack fodder. A lot of removal in hand, that's good. Considering our deck doesn't have that much removal. Alright, so... let's go land. So they can sack creature or artifact. So they have 6 things they can sack. So they can potentially make it 7, but we have the Fungal Fortitude. But they only need to sack. Yeah, I mean we get Ukben back with the. Yeah, this is fine. We'll just get in with it. They can start shipping some stuff off. I'm okay with that. Oh, now we've got Tithing Blade following too. Yeah, this will be just fine. Alright, we'll see for the next one. Okay, good hand. Brine Fang, got a Siren. Good draw there. We'll do Siren now. Got reach, but that's no big deal. So we can play the Acolyte here. Guess I can play Bane, maybe. Number one, play the Acolyte. Pass. A little ramper that could there. Alright, so we're still ripping lands. I guess I can pitch the Promising Vein so I can play the Paladin. Oh, well that worked out. So we'll sack the Acolyte. And then I can play the Paladin. Top 6, put a land, battlefield tap. Wow, they're ramping pretty hard here. And this turns into a 5/5. It's pretty good. Alright, so I guess we'll just ditch this for another, probably black, because we have double blue in hand anyway. Ooh, defossilize. Well, that's a good one too. But we'll do the Paladin to get the dude back. They are 5-1. So let's see. They played a Deathcap Marionette, and they played the Echo, and they have 1. So 2 cards left in hand. This might be a decent opportunity to do the Snail. I assume it is. So let's do Snail. Alright, good one to get rid of. And now we're one away from casting this, and that way, even if they have an answer for it, we can... now this is up to... yeah, that's fine. Okay. Yeah. That's fine, we'll sack it. But if I sack it, I mean, I don't want it to get exiled because then I can defossilize it. And we'll probably take a little damage here, but... So, do we need the Snail? 1 card left in their hand. I don't want to get Tithing Bladed out either. I'm going to take the 6. Alright. So we don't need to do the Brine Fang. Okay, so I think we'll just Brine Fang now. They can kill our Siren, but I'm alright with that. You can get down. have some choices on what we want to defossilize. It might actually be better to get the flyer back. That's a flying vigilance, pretty efficient beater. Might actually be better. Counters on a cave you control becomes 0. Oh, okay. Oh. 5 mana for a 9/9, huh? Jeez. That's pretty good. Doesn't have trample, does it? Okay. No, that's fine then. Little block here. And I'll sack it. Alright. Alright, well that's good too. So now we can defossilize back the Paladin. Then I can another chance. They're up to 2 on this though. Well, they need 4 or more. Okay. Let's just defossilize the... Oh, it's a 9/9. And they have caves now they can craft. Is it just with 1? Wow, just 1, huh? Huh. Well, we don't have enter the battlefield effects except, well, we could do this snail, but the problem with the snail is it gets rid of the last card in their hand, but if I just explore lands, I don't think it does enough. So I'm actually going to do the Paladin here. So that's not bad. I can take out their Death Toucher with that, so I'll probably keep it. Like I said, we have another chance, so we can still get back other dudes. At least we have some blockers now for what they're doing. It's not a super fast block, so it's probably okay. And we have another chance, so we can get back our other dude. So we can deadweight the... No. What do we want to get back? Still 1 card left in hand. Let's attack. Well, then they block with Marionette. Yeah, that's not really helping either. Well, alright, let's mill 2 and see what we get. Alright, yeah, she got flyers out of that. That's pretty good. So we'll take them. Four enters, top X, X number of caves you control, number in your graveyard, 2 in your hand, rest in the bottom. That's amazing. They have a bunch of caves too. 2, 1 in the graveyard at least. So 3. Look at top 3, put 2 in your hand. Wow, that's really nice. Oh, 4. They have 4 because they have Promising Vein too. Well, they tap their Promising Vein. That's a good sign. Because we can kill the Marionette. Yeah, it's actually not bad. Land Rip's not exactly what we wanted. But we'll kill the Death Toucher. They get to mill 2 as well, so that could feed their Echo. Huh. Well, I don't love it, but I gotta deal some damage somehow here. This doesn't have trample, right? No. Okay. Well, starting with these I'm at 9. Well, I threatened lethal here, so they at least have to chump. So we probably do it. And then I'm going to play the Siren too. Oh yeah, we'll do that as well. I forgot we had that. It's kind of nice actually. Another blocker there is huge. Really? So 7. So I guess we just kill the 4/4 and Echo. Go to 7, then we play the Siren. Easy block here. And then we sack it. Well, that's good. So let's see. Yeah, we've got the Flyers here, and they don't have any reach, so the best play is just Ray of Ruin on the 9/9. Bottom that. Get in with Flyers here. Do we have much? We still have incentive to mill, believe it or not. Yeah. Because we have Descend, so... Oh, we have to mill anyway, so... Whatever. Whether I want to or not. I think they're hunting for a card at least, so that's at least a good sign for us, I would say. Yeah, they're hunting. Hunting and pecking. Ooh. So what are they going to do it to? The Flyer. So I can sack it in response, but then... Oh, they can't really attack us that effectively. Oh wait, or can they? I block... No, they can't. I block Bristleback, I chump a 3/2, I take 3. So, it's fine. We'll sack it in response. Fanatical Offering, not bad either. But we're currently not getting there, so... I wonder if I need to... The Siren's not enough here, is it? Because they're currently outclocking us, but I can't really afford to sack the Siren now either. I mean, they're currently winning the clock battle here, but I think I gotta hold back to keep up the Fanatical Offering the best of my ability. So we're still not quite dead. Might be dead now. Well, we can flash that in. I guess that helps. So we have 4 blockers for 5 attackers. Well, they only have 5 attackers if they play another creature here and activate that. And then I still have Malcolm to block the Surveyor. Oh, jeez. Or they just play another removal spell here. Well, I can do Offering Response. Let's make it pay forward. So then, do Offering, sack the Brian Finn. Four attackers. I mean, technically we're still alive, but not looking great. I don't think I'll be able to cast the draft either, unfortunately. Maybe I will. So block 3 here. To sack the Siren. Wait, did I not block this? Whoopsie. Alright, well, I screwed that up. Clicked too fast. I needed to block that. We're in a pretty tough spot anyway. We would have had to be able to deal 4 damage somehow. That was a mistake. We'll see you for the next one. Alright, we'll keep this. Good looking hand. Sack it, destroy an artifact or enchantment. That's cool. Alright. A lot of drafts. Alright. Equip for 1 is kind of nice. Good cost. Nice. Wait. Threw me out 3/3. Nice. Well, not much I can do about that. Can deadweight it. Doesn't really do all that much except protect some life, so maybe that's okay. Maybe that's enough. Alright, so more land. Huh. I mean, I guess I can jump and then set up with another chance. Kind of. A little tricky. Chupacabra can't even really block the extra super well. So we'll just attack for 1. I mean, I could play the Chupacabra, double block the extra. You know, that's not great, but that's so amazing. That's so good. All right, let's just play Chupacabra. So I guess we can, it's got vigilance too. Gets it from this. So, all right, let's, yeah, here. Because I can defossilize, but I don't have anything in my graveyard to do with the Chupacabra, so. I guess if I block with the Chupacabra, I can at least attack with the Siren and still defossilize. But I'm probably just another chancing, right? Yeah, we'll block, I guess. Yeah, well, Ray of Ruin's pretty reasonable here. Just lets you discover every turn. It's amazing. So we dump the 6/5. You can leave that one out. It's nice. Something beefy to eventually play. So we'll play Spike Tail, getting 5. Currently only have 1 permanent in the yard, not the best. So, yeah. One permanent in the yard, right? Probably not block the Spike Tail. So let's just get in with it, and then we'll do another chance, and we'll get back our dude. Fine, I guess. Actually makes Chupacabra better, which is also good. Let's do another chance now. Man, it's an instant, so I guess I can wait. Alright, just play land and then pass. Yeah, this, I guess, makes the most sense. So we'll block here. Second one. Alright, so we'll do, I guess we put that in there, get the second blue, maybe another chance, mill 2, and then we can get back, because we have defossilized, so we'll get back the Chupacabra. I need, oh, that's tough. I need the the 5 though, so I almost can't bring back the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can only bring back 1 for Chupacabra to kill one of their Sandwings, unfortunately. It's not optimal, but I think I have to do it that way. Yeah, it's kind of cool. kill 1. And then attack for 5, I guess. I guess blade. I mean, we can get back our flyer to buy us 1 turn. Back the flyer, I guess. They know about fungal fortitude. It still makes both my guys lethal, I guess. So maybe it's okay. Oh yeah, that's smart. For some reason I didn't even think this was an artifact, but it is indeed. All right, ended up going 2-3. Thought our deck was so-so. I mean, we lost against better cards, but I feel like I didn't see anything ridiculous in draft, did I? Maybe I did. I don't know. I didn't think I passed on like any super bombs, but to be honest, I could have. I can't remember. All right. First pick here. I assume a 3-mana 2/4 Death Touch is probably what I would take. Attacks, players with the most life are tied for most, so you make a vamp, and then attacks while you have the most life, you draw a card and lose a life. Both those are amazing. Even if it didn't have just 3-mana 2/4 Death Touch would be great. So that's an amazing card. Easy first pick there. What's this do? 1 mana, 1/1 menace. Beginning of your turn, if you descended, put a counter on it, and then sack it, and equal to its power. It's a great card too. 1 mana, 1 power menace. Brontodon's great. Petrify's great removal. Rock Slide's good. It is a sorcery, but still good. Ray of Ruin was playable, and Guidewing's not bad. It's kind of a cool card too. And Surveyor's playable. It's a lot of playables in there. And final pick, Abuelo. 3 mana, 2/2, Flying Ward 2, exile a creature artifact you control, return to the battlefield on someone's control at the beginning of the next end step. To get a blink effect, but it's 3 mana, 2/2, Flying Ward 2, which is good. Back Colony seems like I did get hosed by that at least once, so that's a strong card. I do like that. It's a fun build around too. Just go hog wild on caves. It's cool. I mean, it can definitely win games if you have enough caves. I'd probably take it. It's also monocolor. That's cool. All right. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. See you for the next one.